Hello, welcome back. Jessica here, and I have all naked nails. I already applied my peel base, and we're going to get right into the colors that I'm using today. So I have Revel Nails Lovely, which is a super nice light shimmery pink. We have Rock and Roll Queen number 2, so that's from the Rock and Roll Queen set. And then these are the items that I purchased from Skyline Soapworks. That is on a shop on Etsy. So I did get 3 powders, and I love that she put them in this little lace bag. So we have Pearl and Alexandrite. I'm going to use those in another mani at another time. But today I am going to be using the Cancer Zodiac powder with the 2 Revel colors. So it looks like it's a super kind of like gold color, but it was really multi-color, and it has like foil flake pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and start in on the dip powder process. I don't think when I started the mani, I didn't really know exactly how I wanted to apply the glitter, so I kind of went just finger by finger. Instead of, I knew I wanted to do kind of 2 fingers with the light pink, 2 fingers with the dark pink, and then a glitter accent nail, and then maybe some kind of ombre on the other nails. But I wasn't really quite sure at this point yet what I wanted to do, so I was kind of going finger by finger. So that's why instead of applying all of this color and then the Rock and Roll Queen and then ending with the glitter, I kind of just like I said, I'm gonna do the dip powder on this finger and my ring finger first. I'm gonna do glitter on my middle finger, and then I'll move on to the Rock and Roll Queen. So I just kind of went in order, so to speak, instead of doing all of the Revel color first. So I'm just doing my normal dip powder process with my dip powder liquids, and I'll let you watch for a moment, and then we'll get into the glitter. Okay, so I decided that I kind of wanted to do an ombre type design. So I am going to go ahead and apply my dip base coat onto my ring finger first, and I have my eyeshadow brush to the side there as well with my jar liner, and I've zoomed in for you as well. But I'm kind of, instead of like a vertical ombre, I'm doing it kind of on a diagonal, as you can see. So similar to doing the vertical ombre, just kind of keeping the brush on that side of my nail and tapping it down onto my finger nail. And I'm just kind of scraping away some of the glitters that got onto the other side of the nail, and then I'm just going to fill in so we have an even layer with that light pink color. Okay, so one thing that you'll notice, you can kind of see it a little bit better here. Using the eyeshadow brush, it really picks up a lot of those smaller glitters. It doesn't really pick up a lot of those bigger foil pieces. So I did dab a little bit more of the base coat on just the glitter side, and I'm placing those kind of foil flakies where I want them. And they kind of looked like they were white, but they ended up being kind of on the silver side. So it was a really pretty glitter to use, but it's definitely a good idea to place some of those bigger pieces of glitter or foil flakes or whatever kind of sparkly type of dip it is, to place some of those exactly where you want them so that you get a nice glitter effect. Okay, and then I'm going to do a full glitter nail on my middle finger here. And one tip that I can give you that I've learned from other people on their YouTube channels and everything, with a glitter like this that has chunkier pieces, if you pour over, at least on your very first layer, you get a lot more of those smaller pieces than you do the bigger pieces. So that way you don't have a lot of like pieces that are kind of like sticking up and kind of going like wonky all over the place. And you get a little bit of a thinner layer. Sometimes with the chunkier glitters, the layers can end up being a little bit too thick and bulky, and then that just kind of takes up more time with your filing. So if you kind of pour over like that first, you get a little bit of a thinner layer and you get more of those smaller glitter pieces on your nail, so it gives you a really nice base to work with. And then on your final layer, you can either dip in or you can place some of those glitters, chunkier glitters, exactly where you want them, which is what I'm going to actually do next. Look at how pretty that glitter is too. It looks really gold in the jar liner, but it's super multicolored. I'm just going to go ahead and place a bunch of those chunkier foil pieces across my nail there, so that we have a nice sparkly glittery nail. And then we will move on to the darker pink color. Okay, so I'm just doing the same dip powder process that I did with the light pink for these two nails. I was really kind of surprised by this color though, because in the powder form it looks a little bit lighter, so I thought it was going to be a little bit of a lighter kind of pink. But you can see when I had put the base coat on it for that second layer, it's a really nice kind of hot summery pink. So I was really enjoying that, and I think it looks really good with the glitter too. So I like kind of the light and darker pink with the glitter mix as well. Makes it look really summery. I didn't want to go too dark with the other dip powder colors because I didn't want it to look kind of fallish. Not yet. Fall's my favorite season, but you know, we just got into summer, so let's not go there yet. Okay, so I'm going to do the same kind of glitter accent on my index fingernail here. So applying the base to my whole nail, and then I'm going to do it on a diagonal on this nail as well. So we kind of have a matching design. So you can see there that mostly the smaller glitter pieces are what kind of fall down onto the nail. You get a few bigger pieces, but mostly the smaller pieces. So you still get that nice kind of base of glitter, and you can fill in with the larger foil pieces. So again, I'm just going to kind of move them around a little bit just so I have a nice kind of diagonal line. And then I'll fill in the other side with the Rock and Roll Queen color. And that's really just to make sure I have a nice even layer. I am going to cap in clear, but it'll just kind of help cut down on your filing, or just, you know, make sure that you have nice even layers to work with and you don't overfile on the glitters or anything like that, to try to make them even layers. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to dab a little bit of the base coat on and fill in with some of the foil flake pieces where I want them on this nail as well. And then we will move on to capping with the clear dip powder. Alright, so we've capped everything in clear, scrubbed up everything with the stiffer scrubby brush to make sure everything is applied nice. We have all of that excess dip powder off of our nails. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my activator. I'm going to go ahead and do kind of 2 coats of this. I did not include my filing in this video just to you know, make sure the video is not too super long, but I'll come back with filed nails after this sets. So here we are, all nice and filed up, cleaned up, shaped and everything. So I'm doing a full dip powder mani, so that meaning all of my dip powder liquids. So I'm going in with my second coat of the activator, let that set for just a moment or so, and then go in with my cotton round and just a tiny bit of alcohol to clean up any leftover filing dust, as well as the activator, so that our top coat does not get contaminated or the brush doesn't get hardened from the activator, because that will happen if you're not careful. So this is my iGel Beauty top coat. So again, with the first layer, we just want to go in with about 3 to maybe 4 swipes of the top coat, and don't keep swiping over and over again. You can do a more thorough coat on the second go around. And then I do wipe off my brush on the towel there, like you saw, before I put it back into the container, so that'll make sure there's not any activator residue that's going to cause that brush to harden or contaminate my top coat at all. And then they'll be nice and shiny. But I really love that hot pink color. I was really surprised. I'm not really a super like into pinks. I feel like I've been going in phases. I was doing a lot of blue colored manis. Now I've been doing a lot of pink colored manis. But hopefully when we get to the fall, I'll be doing a lot of red manis, because that is my favorite color. And I don't remember the last time I've done one. This is really bad. So I'm just going to go in with my second layer of the top coat, and then I do kind of cap my free edge there as well, just to make sure they don't pop off too early with that peel base that I used. And since I'm doing this on my dominant hand, so I'm applying the liquids and powders and everything with my non-dominant hand, you can see sometimes I go a little bit slower because I don't want to get it on my skin at all, and it is a little bit harder to kind of, you know, do something like this with your non-dominant hand. But I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it now. Let me know what you think about that. Because it can be difficult sometimes. And I always tend to think sometimes when I'm doing the manis on my with my non-dominant hand, it does, you know, take me a little bit longer, but sometimes I think also that they don't come out as good, because you know, it is a little bit more difficult to do it that way with the hand that you're not used to using. Alright, so we're going to let that set and let that dry. For the iGel, I usually let that dry for maybe at least 5 minutes, just to make sure I don't smudge them at all. But look at how pretty. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Candi Skin Care cuticle oil. My cuticles tend to be pretty dry, but this will also help with nail growth and just keeping your skin nice and healthy. So look at that. I really like the contrast too between the light pink and the darker pink with the glitter. I think it makes it look kind of different on each nail. Alright, so let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, bye for now.